Hey guys, Becky from Becks and Books here with my December wrap-up, my last wrap-up of 2015. So I read a total of 8 books, 2 of which were, I guess, novella slash graphic novels, and one was half audiobook, half ebook, if that makes sense. So let us get to it. So the first one I read was The Tales of Beedle the Bard by J.K. Rowling. This is a short story as what was told in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows with the three brothers, the tale of the three brothers, but this is also 4 other short stories along with the three brothers stories which make up the Deathly Hallows, which is kind of like the magical children's fairy tales, if you will. So instead of Snow White and Sleeping Beauty, they get the cackling stump, and they get the Wizard and the Hopping Pot, the Fountain of Fair Fortune, the Warlock's Hairy Heart, and Babbity, Rabbity and her cackling stump. So this was quite enjoyable. 5 out of 5 stars as well, of course. J.K. Rowling is amazing. Not only did she create the amazing wizarding world of Harry Potter, but she also created a story from a story, if you will. So I truly take my hat off to those that can create a map of their world and to create a language in their own world, and then to make these short stories that were told to the children of that world. It's just mind-blowing and very talented, and I very much applaud J.K. Rowling for being one of those people that can create such amazing wonders for us to enjoy more and more every day. So, and I read Max Brooks's Recorded Attacks, which is illustrated by Ibrahim Robertson. This was quite a nice graphic novel. Okay, who am I kidding? Nice, it's zombies, it's blood and guts. It was quite interesting. I wish it was longer. I wish there was more words. There was more so pictures than anything, but they still had some great stories being told amongst these pictures, so it was very fascinating to see Max's writing be created into pictures by Ibrahim Robertson. So I mean, they were all pretty much black and white and gruesome and lovely and all that kind of stuff, but I gave this one a 4 out of 5 stars. Not a complete 5 out of 5, but I still enjoyed it all the same. It could have been better, but it wasn't. But 4 out of 5 is still pretty good. The next one I read was Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. This book I gave it a 5 out of 5 star. It was verging on a 4.5 out of 5 stars, but then it completely redeemed itself within the last half of the book, and it was just amazing. The world being created, it was a bit like, well, there's a lot of poor people and there's not enough food and water to go around, yet there's like free internet for everyone. It just didn't make sense at the start bit of it. It was just like, is this what our world's going to turn into, where internet's more important than food and water? But towards the end, it pretty much redeemed itself. It was amazing. It was exciting. The message that was told amongst that story definitely stuck with me. I do definitely recommend this book, especially for those that were born in the 80s, or like the 80s stuff, because there's a lot of 80s pop references in this book, as well as anyone that likes gaming, because you get a lot of that in this. The next book I read is The Wish List by Jane Costello, which I rated a 5 out of 5 stars. I did have a good reading month. There's a lot of 5 out of 5 stars amongst this pile, and this one is a chick lit romance type novel. A girl decides she wants to do a bucket list before she's 30 years old, because it will be 6 months till she's 30, and she's starting to attack most of the stuff on this list, and there's this guy that's involved, and it's very cutesy, and I did enjoy it. I listened to part of it on audiobook, but then once again, part of it was missing. and I felt like it was incomplete, and then I realized that I did have an ebook of it like a million years ago and didn't realize I had it. And so then I completed the book via ebook and it was still pretty good. So 5 out of 5. I wish I could put the picture in, but I'm probably not smart enough for that yet. And oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, my favorite reads for the month. Okay, who am I kidding? Part of the favorite reads of the month is Percy Jackson. I read The Lightning Thief and I read And the Sea of Monsters by Rick Riordan. Oh my goodness, 5 out of 5 for both of them. What has taken me so long to get into this world. I'm quite disappointed that this is like the biggest one and then they start to go down in size. But this is the series that I'm reading at the moment. I am absolutely adoring it. I just love this world. I just love it. And to be honest, the movie was freaking amazing as well for The Lightning Thief, and I cannot wait to watch the Sea Monsters, and like Grover, and I'm just fangirling completely. I get what you guys are talking about. Yes, I'm 26. Yes, I'm fangirling over Percy Jackson. Wow. It's okay. It's okay though. I'm a young 26. But these books were amazing and oh my god, I'm still fangirling over it, and I am literally just about to pick up the third one because I had to finish the next book that I'm going to talk about, which is the favorite book of the month. That's what I was like saying. Hey, this is Winter by Marissa Meyer. This book, this chunky novel, and I don't like that it's all crinkled and stuff because it's such a huge book to hold up and everything, but this book concluded the Lunar Chronicles fantastically. I want more of this world. I want more of these characters. I want more of everything. It was a 5 out of 5 billion thousand stars, like 5 billion out of 5 billion, not 5 out of 5 billion. That's, yeah. Anyway, so Winter, this concluded fantastically. This just gave you what you wanted. Yes, looking at it is like 800 pages, but you still wanted more. Like, not in an unsatisfactory way, in a craving more of these characters because they're fantastic way. I mean, I cannot wait for the novella books to come out because there is one novella in particular that is after this time, the 4.5 I believe, but I'm still fangirling over it. I can't even talk about it enough. I love this book. I love this series. I am definitely rereading very, very, very soon the whole series because it's bae. Like, honestly, seriously. And the last book that I read is The Isle of the Lost, which is by Melissa de la Cruz. And I gave this one a 4 out of 5 star. It was almost 3.5, but the last half of the book picked up, which is always the way, and sometimes it's quite meh about, but I'm definitely wanting to pick up the second novel and maybe even watch the Descendants TV show, but I am pretty intrigued by it. It's about the descendants of the Disney people, which was quite interesting. It just felt like there was some things that were just too like, well, of course that person wants to be evil just like the mother or the father, and of course, oh, what do you know, Jafar's son likes to steal things, and it was quite repetitive in certain things at the beginning. And then there was a few points in here where the writing, I didn't think it was completely proofread. There was like words that shouldn't be in there, like, oh, now I can't even tell you an example. I should have like had that bit. Some of it just didn't make sense in the sentences because there was just a random word just popped in there, and if you take it away and then completed the sentence, it would have made sense, but it was kind of like, where, what, when, and then the rest of the sentence, and you're like, whoa, hold up a second, what are you trying to say? But yeah, there was a few words like that, and it was just sort of like, are you kidding me? Yeah, I get that this is for like the younger audience and stuff like that, a middle 8th grade thing, but we're trying to teach them how to read properly. Okay, yeah, but I'm not sure if it might be just these editions or whether it is all of them, but I would definitely recommend maybe a double checker proofreader, perhaps. But yes, 4 out of 5 stars. I did enjoy it, and I do recommend it, and the cover is gorgeous anyways, and oh, it's so pretty. So those are the books I read for 2015 in December. Yeah, that wasn't working out. A lot of greens, huh? I felt like I had a good reading month. I do tend to like slack off in the middle of the month and then be like, oh crap, end of the month, quick, read, and then you're just like blasting through like several books, and then you're like, well, if I did that in the middle of the month, I probably would have read more. But I'm very happy with the amount I've read, and I look forward to a new year with more amazing books. So keep an eye out for my January TBR, which should be coming up soon. Please let me know down below if you've read any of these books and what you thought of them as well. No spoilers, because there's some people that may not have read it yet. Give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you want to receive notifications and not miss out on videos. But until next time, thank you guys so much for a fantastic reading year, and I will see you guys in next year's video. Happy reading! Bye!